Residents of Bangka are living in fear after a string of violent attacks left 3 people dead within 2 weeks. The community, located near Ashalaja in the GA South municipality, has seen rising tensions, with many blaming suspected landguard activity for the killings. According to Adam News, 2 of the victims were beheaded, with their bodies later discovered in an uncompleted building. A third victim, identified as a Nigerian national who had visited the area to inspect land, was reportedly shot dead. The violence has not stopped there. Another individual was recently stabbed and remains in critical condition at a hospital. The assembly member for the Ashalaja electoral area, Gilbert Kwame Efekbe, said the attacks are widely believed to be linked to landguards operating in the area. Businessman and politician, Akwesi Adai-Odike, says the current slowdown in market activity is due to low circulation of money in the economy. Speaking on Adam FM's Dweson Sem, he explained that although conditions in the market are currently slow, there is hope as government interventions begin to take effect. According to him, the measures being implemented by the current administration to inject money into the system are still ongoing, which explains why the impact has not yet been fully felt. He referenced the Big Push infrastructure program, noting that it is expected to stimulate economic activity by increasing the flow of money within the economy. A cargo truck driver and a VIP bus mate have been injured in an accident at Kanongo on the Accra-Kumasi Highway in the Ashanti region. The crash occurred on Wednesday morning near Yokwe. Information gathered by Adam News indicates that the VIP bus was traveling from Accra to Kumasi when it rammed into an oncoming cargo truck transporting carrots from Kumasi to Accra. Emergency responders, including the Motor Traffic and Transport Department, MTTD, of the Ghana Police Service, quickly rushed to the scene to prevent traffic congestion. The injured victims were rushed to the Kanongo Government Hospital for treatment. The executive director of the Media Foundation for West Africa, MFWA, Sulemana Brema, says that the Fourth Estate investigation into the government's Big Push initiative is not intended to embarrass the administration but to promote accountability. Speaking on Adam FM's Dweson Sem, Mr. Brema stressed that the work of the Fourth Estate is guided by the public interest. What we are doing is not to humiliate or put the NDC government or the roads minister, Kwame Governs Agbadza, in a bad light. We will make all the documents public, he stated. He explained that the goal is to ensure transparency and encourage honest governance. The Nigerian Army has launched a 3-day social media awareness campaign to improve cybersecurity awareness and responsible online behavior among its personnel. The program is organized by the Nigerian Army Cyber Warfare Command and is holding at Lieutenant Gen Ta Lagbaha Hall, Ribadu Cantonment, from March 24th to 26th. Declaring the event open, the General Officer commanding 1 division, Maj Gen Abubakar Ways, said the initiative is designed to equip personnel with the knowledge and skills needed to navigate the digital space safely. Represented by the division's Deputy Chief of Staff, Administration, Kala Kachukwu Akabike, he noted that social media now plays a major role in shaping public perception, security dynamics, and operational effectiveness. Chairman and CEO of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, has warned that the ongoing Middle East crisis could push Nigeria and other African countries back to work-from-home arrangements similar to those used during COVID-19. He said the conflict, involving Iran, Israel, and the United States, is driving oil price volatility that could worsen economic hardship across the continent. Dangote spoke after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu at the President's Ikoyi residence in Lagos. He expressed concern that many African countries have little or no financial reserves to cushion the impact of rising energy costs and global supply disruptions. He noted that some countries are already asking people to work from home or reducing workdays because they cannot afford high fuel costs. Citing Indonesia as an example, he said workers there now go to the office 4 days a week and may be told to stay home completely if the situation does not improve. Afrobeat star Davido has announced his first ever curated music festival in London, billed for August 14, 2026, at the iconic Crystal Palace Bowl. He revealed that the show will be his only outdoor performance in the city this summer. Sharing the news on social media, the Grammy-nominated singer wrote that he is launching Davido and Friends Festival at Crystal Palace Bowl on August 14th and urged fans to sign up for first access to tickets. He also confirmed that pre-sale tickets will open on March 26th at 10 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, while general sale will start on March 27th at the same time. Unlike a regular concert, the event will see Davido both headline and curate the full lineup. The And Friends theme has already sparked excitement among fans, who are speculating about which guest stars might join him on stage, though no supporting acts have been officially announced. The head of BlackRock has warned that a sharp rise in oil prices could push the global economy into recession, as geopolitical tensions continue to unsettle markets. Larry Fink said that if oil prices climb to around $150 per barrel and remain elevated, the impact on the global economy would be severe. According to him, prolonged high energy costs could lead to a steep recession, especially if instability linked to Iran persists. He outlined two possible scenarios: a de-escalation that could bring oil prices back down, or a prolonged period of elevated prices above $100 per barrel. In the latter case, the consequences for growth, inflation, and global demand would be significant. A court in New Mexico has ordered Meta to pay $375 million in damages after a jury found the company misled users about the safety of its platforms for children. The ruling follows a 7-week trial in which jurors concluded that Meta, which owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, exposed young users to harmful content, including sexually explicit material and contact with predators. Raul Torres described the decision as historic, noting it is the first time a U.S. state has successfully held Meta accountable in court over child safety concerns. The jury determined that the company violated consumer protection laws by misleading the public about safeguards for minors. Evidence presented during the trial included internal documents and testimony from former employees indicating that Meta was aware of risks posed to younger users. Cargo traffic through the Strait of Hormuz has dropped by about 95% since the Middle East war erupted with U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran on February 28. From March 1 to the early hours of March 24, only 149 commodity carrier crossings were recorded in the 167-kilometer-long waterway. Data from analytics firm Kpler shows that 94 of these crossings were by oil and gas tankers, with around 61% of them loaded and more than two-thirds sailing eastwards out of the strait. On Monday, Iran flagged tankers Artman and Kayazand, along with U.S.-sanctioned vessel Lenore, were among the few ships to pass through. The Jasmine tanker sailed in the opposite direction, heading towards an Iranian port after departing Karachi. A Chinese-owned container ship, New Voyager, also transited the strait after reportedly making a payment to Iranian authorities, although the amount and method could not be independently confirmed. In Togo, the cost of cement remains a source of ongoing debate, despite the country's status as a clinker producer and the presence of several cement plants. Many observers point to a gap between this local production capacity and the prices charged on the domestic market. Regional comparisons highlight the issue. A ton of cement in Togo is estimated at around 80,000 CFA francs, compared to roughly 51,000 CFA francs in neighboring countries such as Niger. This disparity raises concerns about the affordability of construction materials for both households and real estate developers. Criticism also extends to working conditions within certain industrial units, particularly for subcontracted workers, who are often seen as more vulnerable. These concerns have reignited discussions around sector regulation and labor protection. Gunfire was reported on Friday in the Bikpihanu neighborhood, located in the Golfi 1 municipality in Lomé, near Hotel Bravaya. According to eyewitness accounts, armed men allegedly targeted a customer of the hotel who was carrying a briefcase. Several shots were reportedly fired, both into the air and in the direction of the individual. The intended target managed to escape. However, a driver present at the scene was injured in the foot during the incident. Security forces, alerted shortly after the Ghatna, quickly arrived to secure the area and carry out initial assessments. At this stage, the exact circumstances and the final toll remain unclear.